Hello, everybody, and welcome to the sportiest stream. Hopefully, you all are doing well here tonight. We've got a match coming up for you all again. You guys have paid attention to our schedule. That is incorrect. Again, we're supposed to have two matches, only one now. That is incorrect. I meant to go to this screen, the lineup screen. Midnite Vipers, Stryker, Phantoms here in a 2v2. Best of 7 for the AGL Semifinals. These teams have made it to the top 4. Single elimination bracket continues from here. You still got to win a few more matches. And after this is the finals. As we are going to get these teams in the lobby very soon here again. A big series. Again. Get these teams in here. Again, it's a big matchup. We've seen these two teams before. We've seen Midnite Vipers. We've seen Stryker Phantoms. We saw Phantoms last week when they played in their round of 16. The quarterfinals match against Swordfish TFT Nerds, where they swept them quite dominantly. Last time we saw Midnite Vipers was when they played El Canto in the 3v3 league. These are two of the players from that team, so it definitely makes sense that they're here as well. As, again, we're getting these teams in. All of you are doing well. Again, my name is SportyFC. I didn't even introduce myself. I'm SportyFC. Welcome in, everybody, to the Sportiest stream. We got a lot of action for you all here. And our matchup will be Midnite Vipers, Stryker Phantoms. Here we go. Again, we're just trying to set up for this matchup coming up here in just a few minutes. And these are some very good teams. Again, we're just trying to get things kind of sorted out here for these two teams. Again, Stryker Phantoms are undefeated so far this season. I don't think they've lost yet. Yeah, again, that includes their 6-week regular season. Be fun. Again, we are just trying to get things sorted out here for again, this will be starting in hopefully a few minutes. Mind, this is a best of 7, so we got some pretty scary teams playing here. Again, Midnite Vipers, Stryker Phantoms. Again, just to go to the finals on the other side of the bracket, we have, let me take a look. It is 7 Savages, Total Control Esports, 2v2 Gold. There's the top teams here facing off against each other. Scary situation, scary bracket this as well. Again, we're just trying to get things ready. I'm making sure these guys join in because this is going to be a 3D match. I can tell you though, for these teams, and again, Midnite Vipers only have 2 players: Big Shot and Nox. Stryker Phantoms, again, they have 3. They have Cynics. You're gonna his name's spelled Cincinnati. It's pronounced Cynics. Dev HX2 is usually the second player. They were the 2 players that played last weekend against the Swordfish TFT Nerds. Now this week again they play Midnite Vipers. And yes, the Midnite is spelled with a T, not a GHT. It's very strange. But hey, we're gonna get these 2 teams in very soon here. As hello there, Nox in the chat. Hello, Noxy Poo. Aloha. Aloha to you too. As Prediction Bowl is live, Stryker Phantoms, Midnite Vipers. Make your prediction. Who you think will take it? Stryker Phantoms are the strong favorites, but upsets can happen. As these guys have already joined in, we'll give you guys like an extra minute or so. You support my Stryker boys? I'm here. I'm happy to see that, Comus. Welcome in again. These guys are ready. These guys have, again, they have agreed to push this. This match actually is pushed back later than what it was originally. I can't speak. What it was originally scheduled for. There we go. Getting the words out of my mouth. It's late. It's not even that late. It's 9:30. And hey, we got these teams in. I'm not gonna slow them down anymore. We can start a few minutes early and get this thing going. Reminder: best of 7 series. Midnite Vipers on the blue. Stryker Phantoms on the orange. Again, with both these teams having various regular seasons, both of them being quite successful. That doesn't matter anymore. All that matters in the semifinals is getting those wins. And now that we're approaching best of 7 territory, you gotta win 4 games, not 3, to make it to the grand finals. And that's gonna be a tough ask. Already, Midnite Viper's gonna get 1 goal. That didn't take long. It's Big Shot to score. As a slow start for Stryker Phantoms, Knox got both players to jump from Stryker Phantoms. They weren't prepared after that kickoff all that well. A rusty start here for Stryker. Not great communication, and you want to get those kind of good starts in these series just to really get that confidence for your team. They have not done that at all. They are going to shoot one right back from Sinix. Knox has missed, and that's a tied game. Well, maybe I should have waited a little bit, because now I eat my words. They just score immediately right back. Stryker Phantoms will tie it up at 1. It's just a perfect shot from Sinix. Knox just couldn't reach out enough to get that one. Game 1 just starting off with both these teams getting goals. Now maybe another chance of the kickoff. HX2 will get to it, but it's in front for Big Shot. That shot should have been on target. Stryker Phantoms. One of the things that really surprised me about when they played against Swordfish TFT Nerds was their overall confidence. The fact they kind of rotated around each other so quickly. We're not seeing any of that this game. They're looking very nervous by comparison to what they were like last week. And again, I don't blame them for feeling nervous in the semifinals. Everybody's gonna feel those nerves, one way or another. You can't let them affect you. Right now, for Stryker Phantoms, they're definitely letting it get to them, because there's a lot of players from Midnite Vipers that the Phantoms are double committing on. They're throwing themselves at it. They're missing it. They have to keep calm. Maybe getting the offense will do that as HX2. That one will be kept out by Big Shot. Sinix. Looking for a back pass. Big Shot chasing him down, but Sinix will take that away. HX2, wait a second, that's goal 2. That just fell in for Stryker Phantoms. A weird one. Knox was waiting for HX2, and his shot was uncharacteristically weak. What you would expect from someone in that position. I think that's what caught Knox so off guard there. You just don't expect that kind of a shot come in. Stryker Phantoms now lead by 1. Actually, they're gonna make it 2 here, right off the kickoff. Sinix will score. We're barely past the first minute. We've already got our 4th goal of the game. These teams want to continue scoring. I'm all for it, but that is a lot of goals already. Stryker Phantoms, though, are kind of building their own lead here in Game 1. Again, they are the favorites in this matchup. They're the heavy favorites to win the whole season. But the playoffs can pose a unique threat for teams like them, where actually, in fact, a lot of teams that are at the top of the league, they don't really know what losing's like. They struggle when they start losing. In the playoffs, you have to be able to bounce back after every single loss. Stryker Phantoms, again, haven't dropped a single game yet this playoff bracket. And they're hoping to keep it that way, although that is wishful thinking for Stryker Phantoms. Especially as these matches get tougher and tougher. HX2, given space, open shot! Nobody back for Midnite Vipers! And the game is now 4-1. Stryker Phantoms got scored on first, then scored in a response and have never slowed down. HX2 will add another for Stryker Phantoms. And this pressure just keeps on adding onto itself. Here we go again. Stryker Phantoms. I mean, this is like how a lot of their games end. It's just going to be a commanding lead. They're going to make sure they add more and more to it, as a lot of teams struggle to keep up with the pace at which Stryker Phantoms play, and also just, again, the quality at which they play. Stryker Phantoms, again, are just like that quintessential perfect team, and right now HX2 is the perfect player. That's his hat trick. He's also assisted the other 2 goals for Sinix. HX2, as he was last series when he played against Swordfish TFT Nerds, he is all over the place in this one, and you just can't stop him. This is going to be a long series, so and it may not be by how many games we've been playing. It might just be long based on the fact that we're going to have this many goals from Stryker Phantoms, and they're the kind of team that isn't going to slow down all that much. Sinix, second touch. That one's just off target. Big shots there. Sinix, challenge. That will go up the back wall. Knox will send it away. HX2, quick to respond. He'll take that boost. Now Cynics, them up on the Nox. That one, Stryker to the back walls. Nox, second touch. And front, double commit. Cynics, bump on, big shot. HX2 will get there. Stryker Phantoms, long shot. Big shot's got it. HX2, follow up, that's gone wide. Here comes Cynics. And that goes in. HX2 with a Playmaker award now. This guy can do no wrong at this point. Stryker Phantoms are just barely past the halfway point in game 1. And I'm very worried that this might be a very long series for a lot of you watching, and not for the good reason. This is not going to be one of those series that may be close. Every game's going to be like this. It's going to be the exact opposite. It's going to be one-sided every step of the way. HX2. Going to make it 7-1. Trying to make that Brazil. Us now just about passing that 2-minute mark. A lot of goals have gone in, and another will go for Nox. This one was quite impressive. As the big fake again, notice the Stryker Phantoms generally tend to double commit on their back wall. They don't challenge super early. And he's done well to capitalize on that by forcing both of them to jump high and immediately faking low. 1 goal back for Midnite Vipers. And if anything, that could maybe bring a bit of confidence to them, knowing that there is something about Stryker Phantoms that they can exploit. Nox, and again, Cynics, faked as well, but this one will be blocked, and HX2 will send it away. HX2, gonna get the flip reset. Cynics will take that boost, and now he'll take the ball away from Big Shot. Here comes Big Shot, trying to continue his pressure. Maybe an infield chance, but HX2 will have LeBlanc. And Stryker Phantoms continue their momentous run. Cynics in front. Big Shot's got the save. Here goes the Phantoms again. HX2 to Cynics. Infield pass. HX2 with a dunk on the line. And Stryker Phantoms, again, they're just working like a well-oiled machine. This game has been full of goals. Almost, most of them have gone from HX2. 4 goals, 3 assists. He's involved in every play that his team has scored on. Again, if there's anybody that's yet to stop Stryker Phantoms, it has to be HX2. You have to stop this guy from getting so involved. And again, Cynics can also do that same kind of game plan. He's not the one who usually does it. He's not the one that you think of when you think of that kind of game plan, but he can do it too. I mean, look at him. 3 goals, 2 assists involved as well. As now a shot from Cynics. Wanted to get that flip reset, but he couldn't get the touch on it. Midnite Vipers will just clear this one out. Here comes HX2. Dribble around Nox. He's a little bit rushed off this one. Now Big Shot. Bumped away. Stryker Phantoms not afraid of using those bumps. Not afraid of using those solo plays either. Cynics in front. HX2 to shoot. HX2 to hit just wide. It's a bit of fortune for all of us at the end of this game, because, I mean, we already know what the result of this game is going to be. It's going to be a Stryker Phantoms win. I think they could spare us a couple goals here at this point, and not letting this series carry on forever. As 50 from Nox. Net is open. That's going to fall right in. Midnite Vipers will catch Stryker Phantoms on a bad 50-50 challenge as HX2. So many players want to challenge that, but you know you shouldn't. And that's the reason why when you challenge from the corner like that, you're not actually covering your net. You're allowing the ball to go towards your net. With nobody back for Stryker Phantoms, that net is open to be shot on. That was in goal 3 for Midnite Vipers again. Doing a much better job than Swordfish TFT Nerds did last week at keeping pressure on this team. Unfortunately for them, feels like it's a very similar situation that Stryker Phantoms are just too good to stop. Because they don't have an end. They don't see an end in sight with these goals. 8 goals in game 1. And mind, this is just game 1. And I don't think this team is really to its full potential just yet. Stryker Phantoms feels like they're in cruise control at this point. They're just relaxing, having fun. Again, is there any stopping point for this team? My predictions say there isn't one. Midnite Vipers, maybe a fake from Nox, 1-on-1 with HX2, but then cleared. Here's a follow-up chance from Big Shot, but he's missed his chance entirely. Stryker Phantoms are taking game 1, but they want one more goal for the road. It will hit the ground. 8-3 is the scoreline. Stryker Phantoms have just absolutely decimated everything that Midnite Vipers had. 18 shots to 7. 18 shots! Rarely do you see a team have that many shots in a game. They, again, destroyed Midnite Vipers just by the fact that they have that presence, that offensive mind, that pressure that keeps teams in the backfield. Again, reminder, that is only game 1. Midnite Vipers will have to make some pretty major adjustments just to keep themselves with this team. And again, that isn't even guaranteeing them any wins. New server! Yeah, we can get a new server for you, Big Shot. Let's get a new server. I have no problem with that. We'll get you a server reset. Next time you do that, DM me or send it in the in-game chat. I don't read Twitch chat as often, but let me remake the lobby for you. He's on console? Oh, that's not a problem. Just DM me then. Just send me a DM. Have your captain send me a DM, or if you guys are on PC, message in the in-game chat. I will read that stuff a lot quicker than I will read Twitch chat messages. Yeah, just DM me next time. That'll make I'll read that a lot quicker. But again, we got your lobby reset. Let me know, by the way, Big Shot, since you are hearing me, if this Game 2 lobby's worse. I can reset it if you need me to. Here we go, Game 2. Stryker Phantoms again, a dominant Game 1. Here we go. Game 2, the series continues here. Midnite Vipers, Stryker Phantoms. So far, what the Phantoms have done is they've shown that they just are going to do the same thing they did last week against TFT Nerds. Again, their playstyle allows them to be successful with just how tough it is to take this team off. There's not many ways I can just say this team's just better right now. For Stryker Phantoms, they just look better. And so much of the competition around them. No wonder they're the favorites to win the whole thing in this season. Well, they'll do that again. They still need to win a few more games, and that's not a great start. Nox has put it in. Just like Game 1, Midnite Vipers have got the first goal. It's a weird anomaly here that Stryker Phantoms are struggling to score first in these games. But on that play, again, it's just Midnite Vipers coming in, forcing out a bad clear, and they are there to shoot on it. Midnite Vipers, again, can maybe use that as a catalyst to maybe get things going in their favor, although I don't know if they're going to be able to continue that kind of pressure as here comes the Phantoms, HX2. Big Shot with the dribble play there. Now a pinch on the corner. He's still going to get to this one. Big Shot is still having the challenge. Now Nox will go for it. And Cynics was not ready. Although, fortunately for him, Nox has no chance on scoring there. Stryker Phantoms off the ceiling from HX2. Trying to get that pinch. Big Shot with a block. Nox jumping. Cynics trying to get a little faster up to that one, but it will stay away. Here comes Big Shot. Look at the challenge on Cynics in the midfield. HX2. The clear. Nox. The sidewall. Pressure continues to mount for these teams, but only one goal's been scored. Stryker Phantoms finding it more difficult to get goals in this game than the last one. That's not dissimilar to how most series go, as usually it gets tougher and tougher to score for the team that won Game 1 so dominantly. They are still searching, as now Cynics trying to get the bump on Nox, but will evade. And another clear. Stryker Phantoms starting to commit much more aggressively to these plays on offense. They're leaving their own backfield with a lot of space. Again, you're starting to see some of these errors from Stryker Phantoms. We didn't see it when they played against Surface TFT Nerds. They just had so much control against that team. Against Midnite Vipers, it's a much tougher team to do that against. Starting to see Stryker Phantoms some of the reasons why they are beatable. A lot of it comes to that spacing as Cynics. In the midfield. Fake. HX2. Another save from Nox. Cynics will get the fake on Big Shot. Stryker Phantoms need to wait on that challenge game, at least in their own, everywhere else, except for that kind of offensive third. Well, that's a good 50th vote from Nox. Maybe they haven't won it entirely yet. Midnite Vipers are continuing just to hold this one goal lead. Their defense, again, is winning challenges when they absolutely have to. Sure, it's not the pretty way to win. But against Stryker Phantoms, is there a pretty way to win against them? I really don't know if there is. You have to play dirty against this team. You have to play in a way that makes them annoyed, makes them really go after you. I think the Midnite Vipers maybe have found that kind of sweet spot. Here comes Big Shot, and a miss in the backfield. Nox will put it in. That's goal 2. A miss from Stryker Phantoms. And to see them make such a trivial mistake, but this one, HX2 jumped too late. And he could have just sit out of his own net there, or challenge early. He decided instead to challenge at the point of the shot, which is a very strange decision when either of the other two options would have allowed him to see where the ball is going. And yet, a mistake, his Stryker Phantoms will get one right off the kickoff from Cynics. Well, that mistake won't hold up for very long. They get one immediately back, right off the kickoff. Nox juice slide on. Cynics will bully that one through, and it just so happens to have taken a fortunate bounce off that back wall. and in. I don't know how that bounced in that way, by the way, but the physics of this game tell us that it should, and it will. We continue on as such. HX2 to the ceiling. Sinix. It's over one. Big shot, last one back. Sinix. Fake. Second touch. In the net. 2 goals for Stryker Phantoms. They're making that comeback happen. Sinix with the double tap, as this one is really interesting about this double tap is just how awkward a position it is. He's going the wrong direction. But it doesn't matter. For Stryker Phantoms, they're making it happen anyways. Even with the goals being in difficult, hard to reach angles, they'll take them when they can, as now HX2 in the midfield. Knox is whiffed! Oh, but Sinix is nowhere to be found. Stryker Phantoms still challenged here with HX2. Now around Knox. Second touch, Knox will save. Sinix will challenge early though, and that net's left open. Sinix is gonna waste some time, and oh, he's just done better than that. He's just passed HX2. What a pass! That one will fall in. HX2 takes the lead. A brilliant move from Sinix. A deft touch backwards for HX2. And the creativity of Stryker Phantoms on full display. When they were backtracking, still they had that striking prowess. And again, in some ways, you see this team and you think, oh, they're definitely beatable now. And then in other ways, you just watch and you go, how does anybody keep up with them? Midnite Vipers definitely trying their best at it. Again, they're doing better than Swordfish did last week. Stryker Phantoms, again, as long as their structure is sound, I don't know if there's really any team in this league that can beat them. They just play so consistently, so quickly to each other. It's so tough to just get these guys away from you. They don't give you space often. Again, I told you their defense does have that tendency, though. Even so, it is tough to exploit that. As now, a touch from Knox. Here comes a shot from Sinix. Big shot. Demoed. HX2. That's an open net to shoot on. And he's hit the post. That's going to go a little wide. Still challenging, though, is Sinix just to waste up time for the Midnite Vipers. Here comes Knox. Get a chance to put one on, but a double commit. Sinix got in the way of HX2. Stryker Phantoms, again, they have an issue of not challenging aggressively. It leads them to double commits, leads them to reaching for things. A team that likes to wait a little bit on defense, and it can be their downfall. As here comes Knox, gets around one. They dribble down the field. Sinix trying to chase after him, but Knox will tip it in. Stryker Phantoms, again, are kind of digging their own hole in this game. It's another challenge from HX2 that is just completely unfounded. Again, if he challenges earlier or later, he has a much better chance of taking it than he did there. He's challenged at the wrong time. He's just a little too hesitant. He's making his challenges at inappropriate times, just the wrong time, really. Stryker Phantoms are definitely finding issues, although right off the kickoff, here comes Sinix. And just like that, they take the lead back. Not even a few seconds later, Stryker Phantoms have found an answer and have found the goal to take the lead again. Again, you cannot keep this team out for long. Well, it isn't a strong game 2 from this team, I'll be honest. It's been a pretty weak game 2 in, in accordance to what Stryker Phantoms can do. They're still holding that lead. Now coming into the final seconds. Bounce from HX2, big shot. Sinix will take it away. Stryker Phantoms. Maybe just want to waste out time. Maybe want one more goal. Clear from Knox. Be a dribble chance. HX2 challenges. Knox still has it. Gonna keep it alive, but it will hit the ground. Game 2 will also go to Stryker Phantoms, but this one was much more difficult for this team. Maybe it was the break in between. Maybe it had something to do with their overall mentality. Maybe they took Midnite Vipers a little too easily in this game, but whatever it is, a lot of missed challenges from Stryker Phantoms that we're starting to catch up on. Midnite Vipers definitely had some answers, although again, they still cannot take the lead against this team. They're just one step ahead here in Stryker Phantoms. As that game specifically, Knox really showing up. 3 goals on 4 shots with 4 saves added. Trying to, again, stuff out the life here of Stryker Phantoms. Again, unfortunately, we need to see big shot involved as well. You cannot have a team win just because of one player. Knox can play well. He can be the, the main player. He can be the MVP. But you need to see big shot get involved too. And he just hasn't had those situations. He's only had 2 assists. He's been relatively quiet, relatively reserved. And going into game 3, if you want to take down Stryker Phantoms, it won't be a one-player effort. It'll be both players who have to get involved. It's a 2-player game. You got to use it like that in the playoffs. Especially against a team like Stryker Phantoms. As music, Holism, thank you for the follow. Welcome to Spuddy Stream. We're going into game 3 of this best of 7 series in the semifinals. Stryker Phantoms, again, if they win 4 games, They'll move into the finals. Midnite Vipers, the same for them, but they're down 0-2. Game 3. We'll see these teams again. Stryker Phantoms, Midnite Vipers. But Stryker Phantoms again continuing their long run. Last game was a bit difficult for them. They need to kind of prove that they're not taking this team too easily. Big shot. Again, HX2 with these really aggressive early challenges that I don't think he needs to make. A Cynics. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Cynics. Oh wow. Alright then, Cynics. That is incredible from Cynics. My goodness, that second touch. Couldn't have been much better than that. That's a beautiful shot from Cynics. The goal will go to Stryker Phantoms. I am completely baffled. I did not think of anything that he would do in that position. It would be scoring in that position with that kind of a shot. Stryker Phantoms, again, that creativity. You can't, you can't expect, you can't know to expect what this team's gonna bring, because they'll bring whatever they want, and they'll do new things that maybe you didn't expect from them. They have a playstyle, you can recognize it, pretty obvious, but and the stuff they do is really tough to block because they always change things up, and they always make adjustments. And the Vipers, again, have to adjust to that. Made some changes in Game 2, but it's going to be a huge pull in Game 3 if they want to get those changes to kind of spill over into them holding the lead for a memorable amount of time. Stryker Phantoms have the lead now. They're not looking to lose it anytime soon. Cynics, the corner. Oh, it knocks, but that will... What a big shot, and it will be sent away by Midnite Vipers. Here comes big shots. And a lot of space work there again. Stryker Phantoms aren't doing so well at cutting down the space that's there for the opposing team. They're not kind of closing the angles down. It's a common thing you need to do as a defender in 2v2. This team struggles with that. They also seem to, again, struggle with those positioning. They double commit a lot, and I see a lot from HX2 where he gets involved in plays where he should and says, now he's going to pass to Cynics off the back wall. Fake there, and HX2 could shoot, but instead he's all the way back on defense. He's going to let big shot have this one. The 50 will stay wide. HX2 was caught a bit slow on defense. He was able to get that block, but it does raise some questions about Stryker Phantoms. Now Knox. Cynics off the sidewall. Big shot will clear it away. Defense, Stryker Phantoms. That's on target from Cynics. He's almost own goal there. And he'll be fortunate it doesn't go in, as now he's got a dribble. One-on-one with big shot. What does he do? Knox jumping in, but he can't stop him! As Cynics down the field! 2 goals up for Stryker Phantoms! And this one was even prettier than the last. A 1v2 from Cynics. Stryker Phantoms are firing on all cylinders. And there's nobody, at least nobody that I know of, that can slow this team down. The pressure just continues to mount. Stryker Phantoms have not slowed down this game, although they may not have scored all that often. They're still putting on some incredible pressure. While Midnite Vipers, bless their souls, are doing an incredibly good job at, on defense. Their offense itself has had its difficulties. Again, I really do feel for this Midnite Vipers side. You have to go against the number 1 team, and while you're playing valiantly, they're playing exceptionally well. Stryker Phantoms are still just a different breed altogether. That's goal 3. Midnite Vipers overcommit for that shot. It won't happen for them. And Stryker Phantoms back the other way will immediately counter. Again, a pass from Cynics to HX2. Stryker Phantoms are here to continue their pressure. Midnite Vipers, can they even get one? Again, they were able to score last game a couple times. This game now, the shooting is all but kind of gone. As Stryker Phantoms have kind of, I think, regained that composure, recognized that the Vipers are still a strong team that can take them down, and they just need to play consistently in the series. Cynics wants the bomb. He'll not get it there, but it will be enough to keep Knox away. And now it's 4 goals for this side as Cynics one-on-one gets that little jump over Knox. Knox, well, he has to wait to see what he can do there. He knows that if he jumps early, Cynics is bumping him. If he jumps too late, that's what's happening. He tried to plan it, but it was played so well by Cynics, he just didn't have the opportunity. Stryker Phantoms will go up to offense again, right off the kickoff. HX2, that will be goal 5. And at this point, This game is probably already decided. Stryker Phantoms have now gotten into their groove, and there's nobody that's stopping them. Midnite Vipers, no matter how well they're playing, a Stryker Phantoms team that's playing this well is probably not one that they're going to beat. Still, they can have hope, at least for this series, although that hope is quickly draining, as their chances against the #1 overall seed coming in this playoffs are looking quite dim. Here comes HX2. Back wall. Sinix was going for the bump there. I don't know if he knew that HX2 was not pulling that up or not. He did give up a lot of space here, and here comes Nox. That's a good dribble. Pinch to the back post. 1 goal back for Midnite Vipers. Stryker Phantoms overcommits. That's exactly what they'll get for doing that. Unnecessary play lead to an unnecessary goal against them. Midnite Vipers, if they want to make that comeback, this is actually a good time to do it, so even though there's a minute left. At the very least, they can get a couple goals, really prove to Midnite Phantoms that they are not going to fall down easily, even with the series looking so heavily stacked against them. As HX2 to the back wall. Nox will clear that. Here comes Sinix in front, into himself. That's off the post. Big shot. Didn't get that one, but here comes Nox. Sinix will not be first challenge. It'll be Nox and sorry, it'll be HX2 instead. Nox don't have him to wait back in that challenge. I'll have to just give it away here to Stryker Phantoms. Big shot now. V collects, but doesn't have enough boost. Clear from Sinix straight to Nox. HX2 waiting. The shot is good. HX2's got the block. Will stay in front of that. Big shot with a follow-up. HX2 didn't get it. But he's in the midfield, and Sinix will send it away. He could have scored on that chance inside, but hit the ball wide of the target. It's not going to matter. Stryker Phantoms, a game that is well worth their performance. 5-1. Maybe we'll see it become 6-1 with this play. Here comes Sinix. Fake, and yeah, it will be 6. It's going to roll in for 6-1. Stryker Phantoms are now going to be on match point. Quadruple match point, and a chance to sweep Midnite Vipers out of the playoffs. Again, I told you, Stryker Phantoms are just another breed when they get things going. Is there any way that anybody's going to stop this team? Midnite Vipers still looking for the answer. The answer hasn't been found yet, and this series could be very close to its closing stages. Stryker Phantoms are doing whatever they want, however they want to. This series will just continue its very quick pace. Here we go, in the game 4. Stryker Phantoms, again, a chance to win the series. The Vipers now will have to win 4 games straight to get themselves to the finals, but those hopes are very slim, if they're there at all. A series like this and a matchup at this kind of importance, at this level, it's tough not to feel kind of bad for this Midnite Vipers side, but it is what happens sometimes. It's how things kind of go for this for the teams. The playoff brackets may end right here, right now. Stryker Phantoms feels like they control their own destiny. As again, they've just done whatever they want to against Midnite Vipers. Don't know if there's any way to slow this team down, as here comes Nox. Sinix. I think chased around here, but the ball is still wide, and now Sinix will take that first challenge. Big Shot trying to chase after him, but Sinix at the pace, although he does get demoed by Big Shot when he starts dribbling. Here comes Nox. HX2 will challenge and get that ball back. Now here he comes, the dunk on Big Shot. Nox to the corner. Sinix in the midfield. HX2 stopped by Big Shot. Stryker Phantoms, a miss from Sinix. Wait a second, chance for Midnite Vipers. They've done well to score first in most of these games. That won't be the opportunity that will work for them, though. This one's going to bounce off the corner. HX2, Big Shot with the fake. Nox is challenged by Sinix. Another demo from Stryker Phantoms now will lead Midnite Vipers all the way back. That clear was just sent straight back. Oh, another clear from Nox. None of these teams really doing well to keep time and to keep possession. Will be Stryker Phantoms. You'll shoot! That's going to go in from Sinix. The flick to the top right corner. Just good enough from Sinix to work, as Nox can't get enough elevation on his jump to get to the ball in time. Stryker Phantoms are, again, in a position where they could very well run away with this. going to have to do that. They're going to have to prove that they can add more, but that's an open net. Cynics won't be missing that chance. HX2 with the aggressive challenge. They've had big shot very easily there. What really impressed me is the fact that Cynics was trying to prepare for it. Again, that aggression does work here. As the pressure just continues, here comes Big Shot. HX2 gets that challenge. Now here comes Cynics. That one cleared away. Here comes Cynics. Upping is Nox. Trying to find the pass to Big Shot. Pinch play! That's gone wide. But you like the creativity there from them. It just wasn't there for them. Cynics now. Up to the back wall. That one bouncing near towards the midfield. Here comes Big Shot. The dribble to Nox, but that one's going to be mistranslated. He'll fall away here. As that one will go in from Cynics on the other side. Stryker Phantoms, again, are just continuing this onslaught of pressure. The overcommit happens. And, I mean, Stryker Phantoms are having no issues taking that. 3 goals at this point with 3 minutes left. Stryker Phantoms, again, are just by far and away the better team at this point. With only one of these games having been decided by a 1-goal difference. The end of the game having a multi-goal lead in favor of Stryker Phantoms. It's hard to think that Midnite Vipers have really done really have any kind of say in how this series will end. Stryker Phantoms again are in full control. Cynics, the midfield, Big Shot off the corner. HX2 cleared away. That's a good 50 from Big Shot. Nox won't be able to put that on target, but it does put on some pressure here that Stryker Phantoms will have to deal with. Here comes challenge from Cynics. HX2 jumped in as well. Double commit from Stryker Phantoms, but oh, it's a miss from Big Shot. And that is one that's going to be very costly for this team because that was a great opportunity for them. Instead, it'll be sent away. Cynics on the play in front. Nox. Back wall. That will roll. HX2 still got it. The Phantoms are waiting on defense, see what Midnite Vipers will do. Midnite Vipers collecting the ball, but every single play they make is just getting challenged. Cynics now. Give you a chance to dribble. He's going to give you a move by Big Shot. HX2 misses the ball completely, and here comes Nox. Now on the other side of the field. And Midnite Vipers have not given up hope just yet. Again, you have to commend the effort that they're putting in to keep this one close. They keep themselves in it. Unfortunately for them, though, with having no goals thus far, and having their chances been half chances at best. They're gonna have a lot of. They're gonna have to do a lot better going into this, these final moments to get some goals. Because right now it is not looking like it's in their favor. HX2 with his first of the game. He's assisted 2 of the other 3 goals. This one is a great close angle shot. Not an easy angle to look at, but again, the speed at which they go for it is what really is gonna get Midnite Vipers off guard. What gets most teams off guard? Just how fast they do it. He's down the midfield. That's a free shot for a Big Shot. HX2 won't get back. He went for boost, and he probably shouldn't have as that player cheating up. Took a risk, took a gamble that you should never take in a 2v2 matchup. Again, that is a mistake. Stryker Phantoms have made a couple of those, but Cynics, I know you guys don't see it in chat, but he just said my teammate throwing for real. he's going after HX2 on that play, because that is a pretty bad mistake from HX2. Anybody who's played enough 1v1s will tell you should never do that. And it's only 1 goal up. It's only 1 goal given up, though. They still have 3 more. They're holding in the lead here. Again, they're just looking like a team that just has that control. HX2 with the redirect to keep it away from Midnite Vipers. Here comes Cynics. Stryker Phantoms every touch deliberately trying to get that offense going. It's out the side wall. Cynics into HX2. That's off target. Cynics will jump. That's also kept wide. HX2 has Big Shot. I'm trying to get the dunk on Nox, and he actually does get it there. But Nox is going to keep it away. But a lot of time being wasted off the clock here from the Vipers when they're staying stuck on defense. Finally get it away here with Nox. But now they only have 30. Half a minute left. Trying to get 3 goals. A task that just seems impossible in the current circumstances. Nox. Cynics will hold control here. Challenged by Big Shot. In the midfield, HX2 to the back wall. HX2 trying to put one in front. That's off the side wall. And will go away. Final seconds ticking here. Stryker Phantoms will win this series in a sweep. They're moving to the grand finals. 4 games straight against their opponents here in Midnite Vipers. And again, credit where credit's due. Midnite Vipers played well, but they had no chance against Stryker Phantoms. A 4-0 sweep. And this is why they're the favorites in this bracket. Midnite Vipers. All GG's in the chat here for these teams. And you gotta feel bad for Midnite Vipers. It's not at all how they wanted their season to end. But admittedly, if there's any team to lose to, this is probably one of the better ones to lose to. Losing to a top team. It wasn't a sweep. It was in a horrible situation for them. It's just not fun. As again, a rematch from week one. Week one, Stryker Phantoms won 3-1. Now they swept them in the playoff bracket. It's like the playoff bracket has made them better or something. How many teams usually play worse in this situation? I guess Stryker Phantoms don't. They play better compared to their teams when it comes to the playoffs. Well, anyways, again, a big win for them. A 4-0 sweep. Keep in mind, this is the only match tonight, but we're going to get a quick interview with this team before things end. As joining me here is Cynics. Congratulations on your win, Cynics. A 4-0 sweep. A huge, huge performance. I'm sure you must be feeling great. Can you tell me about that series? Again, it was quick, and you guys are just continuing your level of dominance from last week.
We just kept up the same pace. Still putting in work as always. And they were a good team, very good team. They changed pace on us and threw us off a little bit. But we just hanged in there, stayed with what we know, and kept going.
Again, you guys, it was a sweep last week, it's a sweep this week. It seems like the playoffs have made you guys better. I don't know if you've noticed that at all. Would you guys say that the playoffs have made you guys better than as a team compared to what you did in the regular season?
Yeah, for sure. We definitely prepared more for the playoffs than we have the regular season, 100%.
Again, I love to hear that. Again, you guys, again, have to be extremely, extremely excited that now that you're off to the finals. I'm sure the finals were already quite well expected for you guys, but I mean, again, you definitely took the kind of player that takes us kind of one series at a time. Again, the finals were in the back of your mind. I'm sure you're thinking about it. Now that you've made it, is there kind of, do you guys feel like you've, kind of made it as a team at this point? Or are you still not satisfied with your results until you get that trophy?
I'm never satisfied until we get the trophy.
Well, again, that was quick from Cynics. They want that trophy. They want that series win. And I know, again, I can't blame you for it. Again, your opponents are one of two teams. In fact, they're actually currently playing right now, I believe. But that matchup, the other semifinal is 7 Savages, Total Control Esports 2v2 Gold. Of those two teams, and I believe you've played both of them. I could be wrong.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, you played 2v2 Gold week 2. You won 3-1. And you played 7 Savages. Let's find out when you played that team. You played 7 Savages week 4. You beat them 3-2. Is there anything you want to say about that? Of those two teams, is there any one team you want to play more than the other?
Not really. I mean, it's going to be a good match either way. I think that we just need to keep grinding, and we should have it.
Well, again, again, you have to be pretty excited about that. Again, you don't care who you play against. You don't mind whatever it is. Again, going to the playoffs. So, again, I don't think any of those teams are hearing you because they're both, again, on their own stream. But if there's anything you want to tell your fans, I know there's a good amount of Stryker Phantoms fans here. Is there anything you want to tell them kind of about the finals? Is there any final message you want to give them? Anything you want to say to your fans? And, of course, obviously, after that, if there's any shout-outs you have, please list them. Again, the floor is yours.
I would say to all the fans, appreciate you guys for supporting us, all season. They've been amazing fans, and they've always had our back, no matter how good or bad we played. Shout out to you for hosting this, and shout out to my team. We've just been grinding super hard. All 3 of us have, and we just keep grinding and grinding, getting better and better. So shout out to them for putting in the time and effort. And we will see you guys in the chip.
And calling the grand finals. He doesn't care who they play. Cynics here. Thank you so much for joining me, Cynics. Another sweep and another playoff match. These do not happen often. You guys, again, I told you, you guys are truly a different breed from everybody else. Congratulations on your win and on making the finals. Good luck next week.
All right, thank you very much.
That was Cynics of Stryker Phantoms. A 4-0 sweep. They swept both their matches so far in the playoffs. These guys are unbeatable. And that's it for tonight. I told you it was a quick night in with how things are going, but it's just how things work sometimes. Again, thank you all so much for joining, for being so supportive. Thank you all so much again for joining this audio stream. Again, there's going to be more action on the stream in the future. Do not worry. Thank you all so much for joining. Amazing rest of the night. And again, be safe. Be safe, be good people, and I'll see you all again very soon.